Hey, Randy, thanks for joining me again today.
Hey, it's good to be back. Thanks for having me.
So today we're talking about investigations from the TPA's perspective, and there's some alarming trends that we're seeing, which is why we decided to put this video together for our members so they can be aware of how they can help us to help them. So first, go high level. Tell us, when you're talking about investigations, what are you referring to?
Yeah, I think a lot of people think, investigation is, when a claim gets reported or an injury gets reported and trying to, prove that it didn't happen the way that, maybe, it's being communicated. Really, the investigation is, it's unbiased. It can't be for or against the provision of benefits. It's really just following up on information that might affect somebody's eligibility. And it's really, I think the key to, each member to understand is that it's an ongoing responsibility. It's not just when, the injury is reported. It's, if you hear something down the road, during the life of a claim, that warrants, investigation, it might affect somebody's eligibility. We need to know about that.
And the reason that it's becoming kind of an alarming trend is because we've had a couple of situations where information came to light later, or things were happening that were coming to light with different people, but they weren't reporting it to you guys. So your call to action here really is communicate with us everything that's happening along down the road, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it might seem silly, but, I know, in a couple of our past conversations, we know that, people talk to each other, and, you might hear something that, might not seem significant, at the time. But, again, if it's about, somebody maybe being active or maybe, taking another, position elsewhere or anything like that, that could affect that eligibility for ongoing benefits, let us know, that way we can follow up and investigate.
And just earlier, you were telling me about some things that were coming up where applicants' attorneys were arguing that there was an unreasonable delay. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that's an emerging trend. There's been a few articles come out about, from the defense community about applicants' attorneys taking up, cases to the board where information has been communicated and the TPA didn't know about it. And they're taking it to the judge, and, basically the judge is finding that, it wasn't followed up on timely. The information wasn't investigated timely. And they're awarding things like medical treatment, whether or not it was medically necessary or not. So they're using this duty to investigate. And that's actually a regulation that we have. It's, I think, 10109. And they're using that reg sort of against us in the defense side, saying, hey, you didn't follow up on this information timely. That's an unreasonable delay, and judges are, they're awarding benefits for that. And
guys, ladies and gentlemen, our members, we're trying to tell you guys that these small things that you guys can do in your stores, communicating with us, that everything that comes across your plate helps us drastically to settle these claims and to handle these claims so that they don't blow up and things get paid out that otherwise wouldn't. So it's really important that we have good communication. Do you have any other stories or anything else that you've been seeing and that demonstrates this trend and how it could have been avoided?
Well, I think from our side, we first started really seeing this, duty to investigate issue coming up, in our audits from the Office of Self-Insured Plans, and, information such as, wage information, that didn't get to us timely. There was, sometimes the employer will know about medical information before we do. But we stand in the shoes of the employer. The labor code and case law puts us there. So whatever information the member has, they look at it like we should have. And so if it doesn't get to us, we get hit with that in our audits. We're seeing that now, taking place at the, WCAB level. So whatever information the member gets, make sure it gets over to us. And like, we've touched on before, Kaya, at PAC Claims, it's as simple as picking up the phone, and making sure that we have it, and doing the same if you just want to know whether or not we followed up on it as well.
Yeah. So with all of our members, you don't have to name which member, but what things are some of the members doing that are outstanding, that is a best practice that we could share to other members?
Well, I mean, I think the thing is a lot of them are sending, emails to our adjusters. I'm getting, that type of communication. The phone calls have been, picking up, and the information that we're getting is very good, very actionable. But also, the broker community has been active, with us as well. And, really kind of, keeping us in the loop, because I know sometimes a member has that stronger connection with their broker. So, we've got some members that have a very strong relationship with their broker, and the brokers are reaching out and letting us know what's going on as well.
Are you finding that the organizations that have a point person are having better communication than the ones that have all different managers responsible for this?
Yes. Okay. Absolutely.
So that's a best practice, guys. You might want to consider having a point person if you don't already. Many of you already do, but that could help to streamline this and help with claims. Anything else you want to cover on this one?
Not really. I think, we've done a pretty good job of hopefully raising everybody's awareness, that this is becoming more and more of an issue. This, getting the information, acting on the information, having that ongoing duty to investigate. Again, investigations are not good. They're not bad. They're completely neutral. Like I tell my staff here, we're human beings. We're not machines. When somebody calls here, we are very empathetic. We are very sympathetic, for, our injured workers and our members, but it is a question of eligibility. And that's our job, is to make sure that we're paying benefits that this person is eligible for timely, and not paying benefits if they're not eligible. So. Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Randy, and everybody. Please continue to communicate. We're gonna we'll have posted on this video the phone numbers and links and everything that you need. It's all over our website. It's being sent to you as we speak. So hopefully, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to find an easy way to communicate with PAC claims.
All right. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Randy. Thank you.
All right.